This is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video, guys. One of the biggest questions I get asked on stream every single day, or one of the biggest comments that I get, is how do I get to CT15? How do I get a challenge tier 15? I am stuck in challenge tier 9. I am stuck in challenge tier 7, challenge tier 11. I cannot seem to progress to challenge tier 15. Today, I want to give you guys an easy guide on how you'll be able to progress from 1 all the way to 15 super easy, as long as you guys follow these instructions. The first thing we want to know is identify what exactly is the problem from you being able to go from 1 all the way to 15. So today we hope to cover all that and answer all the questions and hopefully help you guys understand how you need to progress as you go from CT1 all the way to 15. So if all of this sounds like something you're definitely interested, a like would be greatly appreciated. Now let's talk about how to get to CT15 super easy and fast. So let's go ahead and start off with our inventory. So as you guys may already know, right now I'm already leveled 50, but theoretically speaking, if you're starting in a CT1, you're probably going to be looking at around gear like, that's level, 39, 40, something around there, depending if you finish the campaign or where you're at. Let's say 35 and higher. First things you guys want to do, guys, is you want to take a look at your armor. The first and foremost thing, once you guys finish your story campaign, once you finish every side missions and you're able to go into expeditions and start the CT grind, is make sure you guys identify a build that you want to stick with. This is extremely important because this build should theoretically carry you all the way to CT15. That is the main tip I want to give you. Number one, identify what build you are running for your character. I have builds for every single character on Outriders. I have a lot for the Devastator, a lot for the Trickster, Technomancer, Pyromancer. I am constantly updating the builds as we go. Of course, the higher loot you get, the better gear you're going to be able to get, the higher builds you're going to be. So tip number one, identify a build that you want to run when playing the game. This is extremely important, and this is going to help you guys a lot. I know it might sound a little redundant, but please identify a build for your character that you want to run with. Wherever character you are, identify that build. Once you identify this build, it is time to collect items for this build. So theoretically speaking, the majority of you guys, which I'm pretty sure you've done your homework, you already have a build that's been carrying you throughout the campaign and a build that you're familiar with. I would say stick with that build. Don't go out of that build. Stick with the build you're currently running and better that build. Now that we have that covered, what is option number 2? Well, first things I would do is start playing CTs. See how well you do. Identify if you're able to get silver, if you're able to get bronze, or if you're able to get gold. If you're able to get gold, then keep progressing until you get stuck and you could no longer progress anymore. If you aren't able to even do CT1s, the first thing is optimize your build. So check out the build videos and find out what you need to optimize. But let's say you guys are stuck. Some of you guys are stuck at CT5, some of you guys CT11. How do you identify what exactly is the problem? One of the first tips I want to give you, and one of the most important tips I can give you, is identify your attributes. Attributes are extremely important. There are some builds that are going to primarily be focusing on anomaly power, so you want to make sure that your gear has anomaly power, and attributes are extremely important, identifying what the actual problem is when you're playing CT15s. There are 3 things that could be detrimental for you not to be able to complete certain builds. Number 1, are you dying too much? Number 2, are you doing enough damage? And number 3, are your skills doing enough damage to carry you? That is the main 3 things you need to identify. So let's tackle one by one. Are you doing enough damage? So this is going to be primarily based on the people who are mostly focused on, firepower builds. And that's mostly Tricksters, Technomancers. Some people do play with the Devastator and the Pyromancer with fire builds, but theoretically, those are mostly run on anomaly builds. The first thing you want to do, guys, is identify your firepower. Your firepower is going to be located right here. As you notice with my example, I have 0. I have 0 invested in firepower. Now, the question is, how do I get this firepower from 82k to actually go up, right? That's the main thing you want to do. Now, if you're running an anomaly build, as you guys see, I have 125k added to my anomaly build. So how do I make this anomaly build go from, the base 5,000 to 124k? Well, let's go ahead and talk about your gear. So your gear is extremely important. As you notice right here, guys, I have my attributes set anomaly power, anomaly power, anomaly power, anomaly power, and this one doesn't have anomaly power. But let's say for the sake of the video, I am using an anomaly build and I'm not doing enough damage. Well, I found my problem. My problem are my boots. My boots are not giving me anomaly power. So what happens if I add some boots with anomaly power? As you guys see, my boots went from 130 to 148 really, really easy. That's giving me a huge boost to my anomaly power. Now, let's say the same thing applies to firepower. So for firepower, we're going to be looking for stuff that gives us firepower. And the way you're able to identify that, you look for something that says bonus firepower. As you guys see, as soon as I change that piece, it automatically kicked me to 90. So theoretically, you want to make sure that your gear here has all bonus firepower, bonus firepower, bonus firepower. That's going to give you maximum firepower. Now, to identify what exactly is, let's say you already have your firepower capped at the highest you could ever do because you have bonus firepower in every single attribute, or your anomaly is already capped at the highest it's able to do because you have anomaly power capped. What is the problem now? The problem is you're probably dying. So we need to identify two things. The thing we need to identify is, how are you dying? So are you dying because you're rushing in and you're getting automatically one hit? Are you dying because you're not able to have a knife survivability? Or what exactly is causing you to die? So if it's mostly your gameplay that you're rushing too much, play a little bit passive and, you'll eventually, get the game down. Now, if you're dying because you're not being able to stay alive too much, there are two things that actually could help change and turn the tides to your survivability. Number one is identify once again within your armor. So as you guys see right here, I have skill life leech. Now, skill life leech is extremely important because that means that anytime I'm using my skills, I am getting life back. Now, this is extremely important because if you're running a skill heavy focus build, you want to make sure that the thing you're using the most is the thing that's giving you health back. And in this case, my skills are giving me my health back. So I can theoretically go around the map smashing, 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 and I'll be getting health regardless if I'm, hugging someone, giving them a high five, and not, not staying my social distancing away, right? So that is how I'm getting my health back. Now, for those of you who are using weapons, you're probably going to want to make sure that your weapon actually gives you health back. And how do you identify that? And that is by identifying a weapon that gives you health by using it. So for example, this one right here, this one gives me weapon life leech. So that means every time I use my weapon, I'm going to be getting health back. And this is really cool because this one also comes with skill life leech. So if you are using your skills a lot, you're definitely going to want to make sure you're increasing that every single time. So that's the main thing you want to identify. After you guys have identified that, I want you to get really close to the stream, turn on your speakers, because this is extremely important. And might be what is holding you back. You are not leveling up your attributes. It's extremely important that you maximize your attributes. If your skills or if your ability or if your build has taken you so far and you're stuck at CT11 and you're not doing enough damage, you're not outputting enough damage, you need to level up your attributes. To level up your attributes, it's super easy, guys. All you have to do is go talk to Sahidi. Now you go to Sahidi and you're going to look at your items. So you're going to look for your items. You're going to talk to him and tell him you need to upgrade your gear. And you're going to want to make sure you go to this one right here, which says race attributes. This is extremely important because you're going to want to make sure you maximize these up. So the reason why you want to maximize these up, because this is a boost every single time that you maximize this up. It's a total of 6 levels. Theoretically, when you get a piece, it's only going to be leveled up to level 1. Every time you maximize this, as you guys notice right here, my anomaly went up to 13.9k. My cooldown reduction went to 7.4. And my skill life leech went to 4.9. That is a completely maxed out one. Now, let me show you guys what that looks like if you do not have it maxed out. So for example, let's take a look at one of these guys. Should not be maxed out. So as you guys see right here, this one's not maxed out. My anomaly power is 11.5k. On here, it's 13.9k, right? That's because it's leveled up. Now, this right here, it has cooldown reduction is at 5%. Cooldown reduction on this one is 7.4. So just those little increments are enough to actually boost my level up very easily. Because remember, since we are running 5 pieces, it might seem like 2,000 is not that much, a 2,000 increment, but that's 2,000 in 5 pieces. That's 10,000 in just one simple little change. So make sure you guys prioritize the ones you are going to be using. If you have an anomaly build, stack anomaly. If you have firepower, maximize your anomaly. If you're dying too much, maximize your skill life leech. If you feel like you're not using your skills very often, maximize your cooldown reduction. That is extremely important. Overall, in general, guys, I think these tips are going to be very beneficial for you guys to be able to complete it. A big error that you could probably be making is just, swapping gear to using the highest gear instead of maximizing your abilities. Another thing that's extremely important is you want to make sure, guys, that when you go into your player stats, you want to make sure that you check where it says maximum wearable item level. Right now, mine says 50. But some of you guys might be on average item level, and that might be the 48, 47. And you want to make sure you're always putting the best, highest gear possible, because that's going to let you guys compete with the high level enemies. So let's say you're doing a challenge tier 12 and the maximum level is 45. And you go here and it says maximum wearable item level is 45, but your average level is at 42. You're going to want to work to get that to as close to 45 as you possibly can, because that's going to help you out exponentially. Now, these are the tips I could pretty much give you guys to definitely maximize your ability. Also, one more thing that I want to mention is make sure that your mods are synergizing perfectly. I'll have a video going over what the best mods are in the late game as you go from CT1 to CT15. So make sure you guys stay tuned and keep an eye out for that video. But I hope these tips help you guys complete and end up in higher CTs as you possibly can. If this video did help you out a lot, do me a huge favor, come back and drop a comment and let me know and say, thank you, Laser. I didn't know we could do that, and now I know how to progress. Or if you were able to progress further by taking these tips into account, make sure you come back and let us know. I do hope you guys are enjoying our Outriders coverage. If you are, do me a huge favor, guys, drop a like, drop a comment, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know what character you're running, and if I don't have a build for that character, a specific build, let me know, and we'll put that build out together for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to check us out live on stream. We stream every day, except Saturdays, but I hope to see you guys there. We're probably streaming right now, so come by and stop by and hang out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys on the next video.